Fear, 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 fear is the one thing which feels natural, and there's different types of fear, but before then,
of importance, or I don't know how to say how when people make it out of become successful. It's like the value on struggle, I say, yeah, so this is my story. I grew up like this, and we were that poor. Everybody struggles. So whose struggle is more deserves more attention?
yeah,
Or whose one are we gonna dismiss and then give credit to the other one?
yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
wants to feel like special, in some way, feel like they have, overcome the most shit.
Yeah, but
It's like-
what's the purpose of that? It's like good example of niggas rapping on Santa Lane. We're broke with this man. Santa Lane, this thing is fucking beautiful, man.
Yeah.
If you know how to manage your money, yeah, you do good, compared to others who don't have it.
Yeah.
The other thing for us Africans, coming from, let's say, war-torn country or, famine or whatever, lifestyle was there good as fuck, man.
Yeah.
Maybe we were young and shit,
Yeah.
I was talking to my dad like a couple of weeks ago. We just got into talking and then talk about the war in Sudan. It's like, yeah, in the 50s he was born, yeah, the war's still on and shit, This nigga, I think, is the type of niggas like, yeah.
Shit, this is on the other side of the river, yeah? That's Kangaroo Point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think the niggas like, yeah, life was hard or like this. As African, I don't know how our mind is set up like crazy or resilient. So for me, yeah, all these things like, for me, I'll say I'm poor because maybe I don't have what the white man deems, good.
Yeah.
So if you want to compare to that, I'm poor because I don't have what you white people have.
Yeah.
But for me, I say I wasn't poor.
No, but what's poverty is the poverty of like actual life experience, like how you experience life. And when you're a kid, you're so full of life.
Yeah.
You never felt poor because it's just joyfulness, like you're experiencing life as it is, but a lot of people can't enjoy anything in life. Even if they have $1 billion, they cannot enjoy anything, That's what I mean. And especially like when you have power over people, you cannot enjoy, you cannot relax because you always gotta watch over your back. So you try and stay on top of them, Because if you don't have that power, then it's like you feel so empty. So your whole life is just, you can't relax. And that's the thing, like people don't realize. Like the people who are really poor, like, let me say Ziggy, for example. Like I think we talked about it before, It's just, this guy got nothing to lose. He can just lose himself in whatever he's doing. He doesn't have to worry about what's gonna happen tomorrow or next year. That's the kind of thing. He can just relax. there's a lot of freedom, you know. Man, yeah, just in the moment, like in whatever he's doing, you know. So he can just stay there without worrying about what's gonna happen. What if this happens? What if that happens? You know. Like in some way, he still has to worry, like because of COVID and stuff. I remember that shit, you know. Like when you go around him, he'll be like, no, yeah, I don't want like any of that shit. Don't bring that shit over here. But you know, like a lot of people just trying to stay in that comfort, whatever comfort they have, whatever gives them comfort, like their job, their house, all kinds of things, you know. But when you got nothing to lose, man, then that's what I mean. You can lose yourself in everything like you're doing. Like when you actually sleep, you actually sleep. You not sleep trying to sleep and then your mind is like, what if that happens? What if that happens? All of this and that, you know? So that's what I mean. Is like you just lose yourself in life. You know, you become life. Anyway, you mean you are life, but you actually experience yourself as life, not just as the mind, you know? Like always trying to like figure things out. And that's the thing, like the more power you have, the more you cannot relax. Because security and, you know, making sure, obviously security and comfort is the same thing, but yeah, all of that shit just makes it so hard. And that's why it's like, always, there's two ways to be. One way is to embrace people, you know, to include people, like you make yourself big by including people as a part of you, you know, building a big community. Or the other way is like you try to dominate people, you know. So there's another way, but yeah, domination is like means you can never relax. Yeah, man.
There is fear of death, fear of loneliness, fear of time, fear of not being able to succeed, fear of opinion, fear of missing out, fear of not being somebody.
Right. Back to it again.
There is also a fear of getting hurt, whether it's physical or mental. Essentially, fear is confined to the body or the physical. Mind is also physical. The concern with the mind and the body is of survival. Fear is essentially of that which is unknown, the nothingness, which can be approached in two ways. The way of feeling like you're nothing, or knowing that you are nothing.
Right now here, when it comes to dating and stuff, like everyone, that's why folks for their own, you know, and then we got black people that taking our own community. Like you want to expand out of that, you can't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's it. There's always an idea of how to be black, you know? If you try to do anything which is outside the idea, which is always stuck in the past, you know? So, yeah. It's like ideas will always be of the past. Like whatever is the past cannot be, you know, the way forward. But people always, it's like black people don't do that. But
It's not about doing that or that. It's just when it comes to dating white girls, it's like shit, you know?
yeah,
Motherfuckers condition so hard, it's like,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
conditioning of them.
There's different levels of conditioning. There's like the brotherhood kind of,
Yeah.
the black brother, what do you call it, revolution, where it's like punish the white man by fucking their daughter or some shit.
Oh shit.
Yep. Yeah, but it's like a lot to do with the mentality, the slave mentality, We always feel like white people are above us, even white girls, So the dynamic in the relationship, it's always hard to work out. Like even if you're able to look past that, the people who are around you, it's hard for them to kind of accept that, Everybody looks like they're turning.
Yeah.
They're turning right. All of them look like they're going right. Nobody wants to go straight. There's like a watch. Yeah. Yeah, like the sacrifice that you have to go through when you marry a white woman. Even her family also, they always find it hard to accept that they marry there with a black person,
Sacrifice you gotta do. There's no sacrifice there, right? Somebody respect you, stay around. Somebody don't respect you, fuck that shit.
Yeah, no, but I mean like in the conditioning with your family, it makes for a lot of awkward, awkward moments and things like that.
With the white family or the black family?
Both of them, both sides. Because one sees you below the other one and sees you, sees the other above. It's like the mentality. Yeah, we can go this way also, yeah. Yeah, we go this way, Queen Street Mall. Like we can go then up Roma Street. Yeah. This is like, I thought we were on that road. Yeah, that Eagle Street, whatever.
Yeah, I think African parents, most of them are, open nowadays.
Yeah, but I'm saying the mentality is still there,
Okay.
Like back home, a lot of the people still see white people as like, like when I was a kid, my mom was a teacher, She was a high school teacher, and we live inside the school compound.
Yeah.
And then the school started bringing in girls straight out of school from the UK, and they used to live in the house next door to us. They built a house there. And we used to go over there sometimes. And then when we go out on the compound, the school compound, in the street, like kids would start following us around, all this Muzungu, whatever stuff, So it's like that kind of mentality where it's like a novelty, where people like see it like, they're better in a way. Like they're better than us.
The white folk?
Yeah. That mentality from slavery, So it's like even our God is white. Our whatever is white, So it's like somehow we see that ourselves like we are not really worth it, I mean like a lot has changed, like with education, but still the mentality is pretty strong. It's always like we're fighting against that, like always seeing ourselves as a victim, or like, I mean it is there, like the oppression is still there. So like, sometimes you feel like you have to ask for help from your wife just for being black. For example, like there was a guy saying that, you know, he wanted to sell his house in the US, and he got a quote which was like 200,000 or whatever. And then he had one of his wife's like brothers or whatever who was white, like pretend to be the one who owns the house, and we go this way, like, and he got a quote which was like 30% more, you know, for the house. So it's like, you know, he has to ask for help just to kind of like get around the system, you know.
There's nothing wrong with that, man.
Yeah, but I'm saying it puts you in a position of, you know, you don't have the leverage, you know.
Yeah, even if the guy married a white bitch or not,
Yeah.
still be the same treatment, you know.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm saying, you know, the dynamics kind of shift. Like when you're both black is like, it's a different understanding. You don't have to explain. You don't have to like have that conversation, you know. Yeah, because you both gone through, or like you understand at least something that you have dealt with. You understand.
But if you give that example of the selling a house, the wife could be black, the man could be black, still just pure racism.
Yeah, but it's like sometimes you have to, you know, like even the white mothers like who have mixed kids, they end up like feeling some type of guilt, you know.
Of having the kid.
Yeah, of like knowing that the kid will be discriminated against because of their color at some point.
Yeah, but that
You know?
doesn't mean they'll experience black pain, you know.
Yeah,
That's just, I don't know. It's not real pain. I mean, yeah, it is a type of thing, you know, but
yeah,
that's our lifetime.
yeah. No, I get
You're
what.
getting second-hand, you know, pain, man.
Yeah. It's not like proper physical.
Yeah, you never through that shit.
Yeah, getting lashed up.
Yeah, this is how
Like-
it's now it's emphasized about being a black man, that the kids here. Even if I have a white bitch, man, I tell them, she give birth, I'm like, yeah, better start ready to feel pain, you know? And the kids start going to school.
Yeah.
I'm crying black baboon.
Yep.
Yeah, the kid might even say, fuck you, dad, you know? It's like, why couldn't you marry a white bitch or black bitch? They would say to the mom, you white bitch, your people are killing you, you know?
Yeah.
Like the kid, you're too black for, you know, the whites, you're too white for the black.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like it's just, even when you look at people like J. Cole, you know, the guy is too niggerish that even his mom gets marginalized, you know?
The mom's white, huh?
Yeah. Like people don't like want to talk about it, you know, most of the time.
The guy's like pro-black and shit.
Yeah, the guy is the most, yeah, but it's like the way he's treated anyway. He's treated as, like Drake will probably get treated as a white boy, especially in Canada. I don't know, but I just feel like, you know, he's a lot more on the white side, you know?
This is the thing, my nigga, I tell you, man. It's always good, you know?
Yeah.
You take the good side of the black.
Oh yeah.
Even me, I'm not sure if I told you, I was in Darwin. I finished clubbing and shit.
Yeah.
I went out till there was this guy, you know.
This the sun cop. It's like, yeah.
The guy, I'm like, I was sitting down here, approached me, he's like, what's good, my nigga, man? I'm like, what's good, man? It's like, yeah. He said, what's good, my nigga? I'm from South Africa, you know, my dad is white and my mom's black and shit.
Yeah.
Look light skin. I'm like, dude, what the fuck is what's that got to do with me, you know? You're like,
Yeah, always trying to prove them, like even logic, you know.
yeah.
This guy always wants, like, he does like he has a YouTube channel. In one episode, it's like, why am I feeling bad for saying nigga? I'm black. You know, I'm like, bro, you don't have to keep bringing it up all the time, you know.
That was the meme back in the day.
Yeah, it still is. Like, he even goes on this guy's show and then he's like, you know, I give you a pass to use the N-word and all that. I'm like, bro, like.
Even though he's like,
He has a
by race, by what?
yeah,
Multi-race or whatever that's it.
yeah, yeah. It has kind of yeah. It's like it plays on his mind. It's probably something he still has to deal with, you know. Like he hasn't really dealt with it, man. But
That's it. Somehow, man, it's good being black, but
yeah,
stereotypes of American that like reflected on all Africans. So even this gang lifestyle, you know, there's gang everywhere around the world, but it's like you're black. You gotta talk to you Pacific, you gotta use my G, you know, or bro, like that guy yesterday from the bench shop.
yeah,
One word is G, the next word is bro.
Yeah.
The next one is yeah, bro, yeah, G.
yeah, yeah. Even like the guy, what do you call it? Like when you went to get the Vans, you know?
Yeah,
It's
that's what
like-
I'm saying.
Okay.
The Vans,
Even the Vans guy was funny because he had his shirt tucked in, and the guy is like baggy, and I'm like, bruh, what are you?
that's a straight up thing, but the thing is this.
It's old school, eh?
My G, every fuck, nothing, to be honest, when somebody repeats the same word again and again.
Yeah,
To be honest, amongst the black people, we don't even say that shit,
I know.
or that word.
Yeah,
bro,
I experienced that even at work, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah. It's like they'll be okay with like, there's people hanging out, and then they see me like, yo, you know?
yeah.
So it's like, what's it's like,
Yo.
yeah. Like, yo, what up, man? I'm like, okay, yeah, what up, bro?
Like,
Shit, that shit nice, man.
the white boat, this is the funky one.
Is it? That's the Roma Street. Yeah, Parkland. So, man,
Like, some of their co-workers, like, in the head,
man, but nobody says anything, you know? It's like nobody wants to have that awkward conversation most of the time, you know?
in private, of course, man. Don't you recognize, like, you switch up, you know, us black people, we have to, you know, it's like,
Yeah,
when I talk to you is different, the slang, you know, maybe I'm comfortable around you to, you know, not have to course my English
yeah,
proper, you know.
for real. That's why, man, like a lot of it is like, if people knew like how much like black people hold back when they're talking to other people, you know? So they never understand. So, yeah. Yeah, it looks like it's changing really slow, eh? Yeah. Oh shit.
See that one?
Yeah. Man. Don't got the time. I mean, I do have the time, but don't really have the patience.
The fear of missing out. Right now, you might feel like you're missing out on the conversation in the video, or being there, wanting to experience something which you're not experiencing right now, that is not available to you right now, whether it's food, or a place, or an activity, or a feeling. There's always a fear of missing out. It's not a deep fear, but it causes a lot of anxiety or regret or guilt in people, or even jealousy of wanting what somebody else has or what somebody else is experiencing. Then there is the fear of judgment or rejection or being offended or failure. You don't know yourself, so you want approval from others. You seek comfort from others. You care about their opinion because you're not sure of yourself. You feel inadequate. Self-knowledge can only come from within, from paying attention to your nature, something beyond the body or mind. The nature of the mind is to compare, wanting to survive better than others, looking for the best comforts. Pleasure is about comfort, but joy is about being. It's a natural state of being. Then there's the fear of getting hurt. When was the last time that you got hurt? When was the last thing that touched you aggressively? This fear stops people from getting outside or interacting with people or doing different things in life, whether it's an adventure or just a simple task. It can bring so much anxiety to the experience of life because they're afraid of getting hurt. They try to protect their mind or body. The best feelings are always when we are relaxed, when we are involved and are expressing without concern or worry for what will happen. Once you try to get something, you try to feel happy, get some pleasure, or feel comfortable, then insecurity is there. Suffering is a consequence of that. You cannot relax when you are seeking a feeling. Joy is not possible. A little pleasure, maybe a little thrill, but joy can only come from being. In seeking a feeling, there is little possibility for joy. There is only anxiety. Fear is always of the unknown. Anyway, you don't know what will happen next. You want this or that to happen, then tension will be there. Fear will happen because you're trying to predict life. The nature of life is that it's a limitless possibility. No matter how many scenarios you can come up with in your mind, you cannot define or control the possibilities. You can only affect them to some degree. But it's only in surrender, in letting go, in relaxation, in meditativeness, you can experience the depths of life, of joy, of peacefulness, of lovingness, of blissfulness, of ecstasy. Regardless of what is going on, once you relax into life, you experience the highest pleasantness, because that is the nature of life, at ease in yoga. Fear comes from tension. Life is a certain dynamism. Being alive means you're exuberant. You're at ease in movement. You're flowing. You're full of energy. Death is low energy, a lack of dynamism when the body has become more available to gravity. Lack of grace, more tense. So in a way, death and fear are the same. Tension. Sometimes when you panic, you tense up, you're frozen, you stop in your tracks. Before you can move on, you have to know what is holding you back. So, go, understand your fear, and come alive. Relax into life. This is the way.